Hello, my friends, and welcome to a momentous occasion because today we are going to be building the ultimate PS5. So this, what do they call it? The black plates? Skid plates? So this is a shell replacement for the PS5. So this comes courtesy of our friends dbrand, who are not sponsoring this video, but were very kind to hook us up with the shell early. And essentially it allows you, with one simple installation, to turn your PS5 black. These are, how should I say it, not cheap, and likely will be sold out by the time that you're watching this video, although of course I will have a link in the description. But the installation should be fairly straightforward. I am clearly an expert at disassembling the PS5. There we go. So now we have our naked PS5. Now normally this would be the point where you install your dbrand shells of doom and that's it. You have yourself a black PS5. However, do you think that that's the only thing we're doing in this video? We have so many more ridiculously stupid things to do to this PlayStation 5. Oh look, an SSD that won't work. So one of the nice things about PlayStations, dating all the way back to the PlayStation 2, is that you can expand the internal storage. So with the plate removed, you can see right here we have access to an SSD caddy. There are officially no SSDs that will actually work. And that is because the PS5 is currently waiting on a firmware update to support it. However, as you can see, the hardware is all here for you to install an M2 SSD to expand the storage of your PS5. Because let's not forget, there's only 825 gigs of space on a standard PS5, and even less when you consider the fact that there's an operating system and Astro's Playroom and everything pre-installed. There is exactly one SSD which is fast enough, and at least according to WD, it meets the certification. Unfortunately, I can't really test that because my PS5 doesn't have the firmware update, but by the time you're watching this video in 2022, I'm sure it'll work just fine. So you'll see there are a few different slots here for the screws. So there's 30, 42, 60, 80, and 110. This is for different sizes of M2 SSDs. Traditionally, 80 is the most common size. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unscrew the 110 slot and just put that in the 80 slot once we're ready to install. So it should be just as simple as slotting with those gold contacts facing up. You slot it into the peg on the bottom. And then, with our screw, boom, there we go. An extra 2 terabytes of capacity on our PS5. Could I show you how this works? Nope, because again, this is not functioning at the moment. You can install a USB 3.0 hard drive, for example. You can plug it into the back. But the problem is, it'll work fine for like PS4 games. It actually does not work for PS5 games. You really do need that high-speed SSD storage for that to properly work. Did you give me an Xbox drive? This is illegal. You know you can't plug an Xbox branded drive into a PlayStation, right?
I mean, that's just a normal hard drive.
Just imagine this is 8 terabytes. Like, you can imagine that this is a good video worthy of subscribing and ring-a-linging the ding-a-ling bell for notifications about this high quality content. And so with that, we've got ourselves one stealthy looking PS5. And some tape. Are you giving me like electronic tape? They send us yellow? Ew! We gotta do Oreo, right?
Do you want to do Oreo?
Of course we gotta do Oreo. We're gonna go complete reverse colorway where we've got the crunchy cookies on the outside and the creamy cream in the inside. Something like this. I'm just gonna let you in on a little secret. It might be a surprise to find out that I am not good at putting on skins, right? I rock dbrand skins on my Z Flip. Again, this is not an ad. This is something I use every day. I don't put this on. My wife is really good at putting it on, but she spends a lot of time. She brings out the hair dryer. I slap skins on. They look bad. I'm like, I don't know why it doesn't look good.
Do you want me to do it?
Yes, that's what I was actually trying to get at. Yeah, can you please do it for me?
Okay.
Cool, thanks.
I subscribe to the MKB HD mentality of matte black forever.
You're wearing a yellow hoodie.
Oh, look at that. Wow, I didn't even have to try that hard. The main reasons why you would want to skin this glossy piano black plastic is not only because it tracks dust and scratches a lot, but it just looks ugly.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
Oh, dude, that is so cool.
With the controller too. Oh, dude, that is a way better combo than the stock.
Luckily, you can watch your friends Austin and Ken make a PlayStation 5 look cool and then immediately ruin it. Oh ho, look at that. Our great looking PS5 that we're about to ruin with silly accessories like a cooling fan for PS5 DE/UHD.
What?
Every single time we've done a Building the Ultimate, we have bought some stupid cooling accessory. Now, I will say after spending some time with the PS5, it is certainly better than the PS4 was, but it does get loud. This has an actually slightly different design than I would expect.
Wait, is that one actually just USB power?
It actually just clips in.
What?
Boom. There we go. We now have a super cool PS5. Now, it does have a USB 3.0 pass-through. So theoretically, you actually don't lose that USB port. You still have the same USB port, it's just using it for power. And then you have a little switch here to turn it on and off. Hit me, oh, what is that? What is that? Is that? So just as I was saying, how traditionally cooling stands are terrible and useless, this looks extra terrible and useless. This looks like it actually has a little hook for your headphones. Is it gonna like just push air in through the bottom of the console? That's not gonna do anything. That's not gonna do anything. For game fans, feel the new play. So they have the little dongles inside, and essentially what this is USB-C on one end, so you connect it to your controller, and then it's magnetic on the other side. So theoretically, I can just drop it in like this, and it will charge. All right, well, we're making progress. We're making progress. It's looking a whole lot more ultimate as far as I'm concerned.
So we can put more things on it.
Oh, that's a great idea. Okay, so instead of putting your actual audio headset, you can put PSVR, provided that you've talked to Sony and asked for the dongle to make this work with the PS5 that we definitely did, that we're just not gonna conveniently show in the video.
Yeah, we'll play PSVR off camera.
Aren't you so happy you've subscribed to the channel for nonsense like this? I know I'm really happy that I'm still here years later making more Ultimate PlayStations. Can you see the look of happiness on my face right now? I'm so happy on the inside. Decoration accessory for P5. Oh, these are like the little shell replacements.
Yes.
Do I have to take apart another PS5 controller? Can I call Logic again?
No.
So you can see that essentially we're gonna replace this black shell here, and instead we're gonna have a red shell. So they did give you a little guitar pick to do this with. I actually prefer to use the little iFixit spudger.
Nice.
All right, we got it. And then theoretically this red one should just slot right in. Hey, look at that.
Yeah.
But we also have a blue, yeah, which I think might look a little bit better on the other controller. Oh ho! Now you may be asking yourself a simple question. Why, when I clicked on the Ultimate PS5 video, do we have a digital edition? Is it because I'm about to make my clickbait PS10 video right now? Next time, but no, not right now. Instead, we have a slightly more nefarious idea to take this even more over the top. So here we have a standard, stock, completely unmodified PlayStation 5 digital edition. Now, if you've ever seen one of these before, you'll know that it's essentially the same thing as a traditional PS5. The only thing it's really missing is the disc drive. However, because it is missing the disc drive, it actually has a slightly different shape. Personally, I actually think that looks better, but well, gave us an idea. So when you put the digital edition beside the standard PS5, what you'll see is that the shell here is symmetrical, right? Because you don't have that hump for where the optical disc drive goes like you do here, which personally I feel like always looks a little bit weird. However, so you'll see when you compare the shells, while they look similar, one is much thinner than the other, which gave us an idea. What happens if you put the shell from a standard PS5 on a digital, besides fooling your friends into thinking that you have a cooler PS5? Now from the outside, this now looks exactly like a standard PS5. What this now gives us is some room inside the chassis. Now there are many useful and practical things you can do with the extra space that we now have right in here. We're gonna do none of those, and instead we're gonna put a Nintendo Switch inside our PS5. Yeah, that's really the plan right now. So we're gonna be modifying the D-brand shell for this to happen, but I can show you what it looks like on the standard shell. So if I take a Switch and I just remove the Joy-Cons, what you'll see is that it is almost a perfect fit right here. So you'll see that once we actually put this on, I actually will just slide right in, and we will have a Switch inside our PS5. Now, the only problem with this is that I can't see the Switch, but it's in there. If only I had some cutting implements to open up a hole in the side of my PS5 so I could see my Switch. Not sure who thought giving me a Dremel was a good idea, but let's give this a try. All right, think I should start in the middle, or should I start on the edge? Okay, so we want to go a little faster than that. This is some thick plastic from the robots at D-Brand. All right, I think we are pretty close here. Oh, look at that. There we go. Doesn't it look beautiful? Isn't it a perfectly cut hole that we definitely had no problems getting it eloquently cut. We have sandpaper, right?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna need a lot of that. We'll be right back after this message from our sponsor, YouTube AdSense. It might not be pretty, but this should work now if our measurements have been correct. So we'll take the other side panel out of the way, and you can see once we actually just spent a little time sanding and kind of cleaning it up, it's not terrible. It's certainly not quite straight. It bent a little bit. You know, these things happen, but I think there's nothing else for it. Let's just put the switch in and see if it actually fits. How much is gonna suck right now if like the switch falls through this hole? Now I'm gonna do a little test fit here. I imagine we'll probably wanna use like some tape or something to actually hold it in place for the final fit, but let's just see if it actually works. I'm going to place the switch in the shell. Actually, I guess that's my first test fit. Oh, that looks terrible. Well, okay, so we may have miscalculated on the bottom. There seems to be a little daylight there, but it's not so, okay, well, this is not permanent. I will have you know, we can easily take the switch out when we come to our senses. Hey! Hey! Hey, we have a switch inside our PS5! It works! Is it the prettiest thing in the world? No. But is that a switch that if I could turn it on, if I had remembered to turn it on before I put it in the PS5, it works! Now, let me put on all the other Ultimate stuff, and let's actually see what happens when you fire up the Ultimate PS5/Ultimate Switch and play Fortnite? Is that what we're doing? And so, let us see if the Ultimate PS5 is still alive. Oh, yo, the blue against the sort of black shell actually looks really cool. Hopefully this actually is all gonna turn on for me. Oh, look at this. A module is inserted in the expansion slot. Turn off your PS5, remove the module, and turn the PS5 back on. I guess because we have the SSD installed, it won't straight up even boot. Oh, okay. Well, once the firmware update comes out, it'll work, but I guess we have not built ourselves the Ultimate PS5 yet. Didn't like that, did it? Okay, so it does show the PS4 drive. Now, if I format it, we'll just nuke everything on it. And so we can now install 2 terabytes of PS4 games on our Xbox drive. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do is actually plug in our dock and see what happens. Okay, so our green lights are on, so it's charging, oh yeah, it's charging one controller. If I drop in the other controller, controller's charge. Is the fan on? And so we have the little fans running on the bottom. Okay, now let's fire up the rear fans. Woo, that's loud. So now we have 5 additional fans on our PS5. Wow, how useful this is. It's so quiet, I can barely hear it. Why do you want your PS5 to be this loud? Where's this heat even coming from?
I don't know what difference it can make to the PS5 because there's no vent on the bottom.
There is a slight little bit of venting on the bottom.
I mean, a little bit, but not where these fans are, though.
Yeah.
I think I would allow my PS5 to suffer in the heat before having to deal with how loud these fans are.
Well, I think now we really just need to get into the Switch because you've already got Fortnite loaded on here, right?
Yes.
All right, let's go head to head. 1v1 me, bro. It is time for the Ultimate PS5 Switch Showdown. On one side, I have myself the Ultimate PS5, and on the little side, Ken's playing on the Switch. I mean, our secondary PlayStation compute unit featuring Nintendo.
This is the screen that your little brother plays on. You enlisted me to do this, even though I have really never played Fortnite in my life.
You've played more Fortnite than I have.
That is an absolute lie.
So the funny thing about this is the interface for Fortnite on the Switch is so tiny, and we didn't leave enough room on the top of the Switch to see where my menus are with how I cut this, so I have to actually lean in here and figure that out.
Wait, where are we dropping? Where are we dropping?
Oh no, you play this game more than I do.
All right.
No.
Should we just not engage?
Got him, got one. Oh God, whoo.
We're top 8. Oh. Wait, this is it. Last person. We're gonna win. Get him. It's just last person's him. We can do this.
Oh.
We can do this. We just did it. We just won a game of Fortnite. Oh, we just won. I have never won a game of Fortnite in my life, and we just did it together with the power of the Ultimate PS5 on our first try. Thank you very much for watching this episode. Make sure to subscribe and ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling bell for other sweet Fortnite montages like this. We did it!
That was great.
The power of friendship.